Good morning. It's Scott Cullen again, editor-in-chief of the Cannata Report. It's Friday morning. It's time for Fridays with Frank. Before I bring out Frank, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And Frank, how you doing today? What's on your mind? And I see your office is still being worked on.
Carol is very good at what she does, and I don't even interfere. all I have to do is find out what the schedule is because the carpenter's coming over this morning to do some other stuff. So anyway, today I'd like to do a kind of a discussion that caps off all that we've done with production print recently. Our September issue, of course, is completely devoted to production print. Please read it. We have 3 outstanding dealers that we interviewed. I think you'll find the input they gave us very, very important. It shows the highs, the lows, what they've done to be as successful as they are, and really what production print can do for a dealer. Let's look at it from this perspective of grand scale. The last dealer that we did was Visual Edge. Now, Visual Edge acquired a company known as Image Source from California, who had something like 14 locations, so very substantial in the state of California. They were a very significant Xerox production print user or purveyor. The gentleman that we spoke to, Brad Kraft, and we spoke to in conjunction with Brian Frank, COO of Visual Edge, about how Visual Edge became so strong in production print. Because we learned at the Xerox meeting that Visual Edge is their biggest customer. How the hell did that happen? Production print. The key to this issue is very simple. There are certain common denominators that you have to look for. For instance, what's a question a dealer would ask who is not in production print? He may participate with some light production products, like a 60-page per minute color product with a digital front end from EFI. That's a start. Any rate, how do you go about building it? You hire somebody from the outside who has thorough knowledge of what it's all about. As Brad said, it's all about the ability to speak the language. You can't walk in and sell anybody if you don't know what the hell the language is. And the way Brad pointed, he said simple things like discussions, registration, back to back, and he made some other inferences, terms that are used. He said, if they don't understand that, where are they going? But he also said another very interesting thing. He being the expert, so he is in a different position from an independent dealer that has no experience. He had the experience. So what did he do? He focused on sales. He wanted to hire the best sales people possible. He felt they had the product. They had the support of the company. They had all the resources available to them that they need. All he's got to do is start cranking them out, and he's done it by the focus he used. Now, the first one we interviewed was E.O. Johnson, probably from the standpoint of independent dealer, level of expertise in production print. I don't think there's anybody that's as good as they are. That's a hell of a statement for me to make, right? I believe it. I really do. Everybody is good in certain areas, in certain ways. There's things other dealers do that they don't do. But I have to tell you, it's great. We got into a discussion, of course, with Dave Green, and he had his head of production print, and for some reason, his name is escaping me, and he'll have to forgive me. They talk in terms of their history and how they have the ability to do what they do now. So we discussed it. years ago, I had inquired, how come E.O. Johnson was selling the Canon Arizona machine? My suspicion was correct. There were only 2 dealers in the country that had the machine at that time. And it was confirmed that that was the case. So Canon trusted them with that product, and they're very hesitant on trusting dealers in the prime areas of production, feeling dealers aren't up to it. And that's their position. That's fine with me. I don't care. I'm just stating a fact. But what they point out is they were doing things from a service capability that made them stand out. That's why I was told that Canon reached out to them initially. Their reputation and service. They wanted E.O. Johnson to service the Arizona series machines. God bless Mary Jo. She said, we don't service machines, we sell machines. We only service what we sell. So Canon relented, put them on, and they the rest is history, so they say. And you visit E.O. Johnson, they have a facility that is unbelievable. It's temperature controlled. That's the detail they've gone into constructing this facility. And we've been there, we've seen it. Their closing rate when they bring somebody in there is well over 90%, probably as high as 95%. And that's kind of the last piece I want to wrap up. You're going to take a product on that's going to cost you for your initial product 6 figures easily. Where do you show it? What do you know? How do you set this up? You have to look at the manufacturer that you're buying into. Now, the second dealer we interviewed, which was Virginia Business Systems Edwards, they have 2 locations, of course, Pennsylvania, Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, and I'm not sure where the one in Virginia is located. What we were told is that when they have an important client that they feel they're ready to close, they're located in Pennsylvania, they take them to the Konica Minolta CDC, which is a fantastic display center of production print and a great way to sell. And we were told the same thing again, over 90% closing. If you're anywhere near a manufacturer that has a production print display area, dollars to donuts, you should be able to approach them and say, can I bring my client in to sell your machine? I can't see why anybody would turn you down for doing that. The most important thing for the beginners is a manufacturer that has SMEs that can help your dealer sales force get acclimated to production print and learn all the nuances and all the things they have to know. This is not something you get into for 6 months and walk away from. That would be a disaster for everybody. Don't do it with that thought in mind. This is a long-term commission, a long-term condition that you have to accept so that you can become fully versed on the products, have the means to exhibit it, and get the support necessary from the manufacturer. And with the product lines that are available to you, the products are out there, the companies are out there that have the product that want to sell dealers. Go for it. And I'll tell you, I'm going to get off my pedestal here with production print, and we're just going to report on it. That's it for today, Scott.